So in this video, we're going to take our knowledge of the focus and directrix, and we're going to solve a real-world problem. So if we read through this problem, it says, an electricity generating dish uses a parabolic reflector to concentrate sunlight onto a high-frequency engine located at the focus of the reflector. So there's a lot of information there, but really the only thing you need to know is that the energy is being concentrated right here at what is called the focus. So we need to know that that is our focus point. We're going to use that to our advantage. Then says the sunlight heats helium to 650 degrees Celsius to power the engine. So in that entire paragraph, the only thing we need to know about this parabola is that the focus is that point right there. It then says write an equation that represents the cross-section of the disk shown with its vertex at 0, 0. So we're going to write an equation here. We know that the vertex is here at 0, 0. And if we use the context clues in the picture, we can see that the focus occurs at x is 0, y is 4.5. So we really have everything we need to write this equation already. We don't need the directrix because we can already see that our p-value is equal to 4.5. So what we can do is we can write our equation right off the bat. So we have y equals 1 over 4 times my p-value of 4.5 times x squared. And because the vertex is centered at 0, 0, we don't need to add in h or k. So if we multiply 4 times 4.5, we end up with the equation y equals 1 over 18 x squared. So we now have an equation that represents this dish right here. It then says to determine the depth of the dish. And while that doesn't necessarily seem very possible, if you look really closely, we can see that the width of the dish is 8.5 meters in width. Now, what's a little bit tricky here is our x value isn't going to be 8.5. Instead, we have to note that that 8.5 really gets split in half both directions. So it's negative 4.25 this way and a positive 4.25 this way. So if we want to find the deepness of the dish or the height of the dish, we need to figure out what this high point is here when x equals a positive 4.25. So what we need to do is take our value of x equals 4.25 and substitute it into the equation that we found. And if we do so, we will find the deepness of the dish because we'll find the height when x is 4.25. So if we substitute this in, we get y equals 1 over 18 times 4.25 squared. Order of operations, if we square 4.25, that becomes 18.0625. And then if we multiply that by 1 over 18, we find that this depth is approximately 1.003, and we'll stop there, 1.003 meters high.